When was the first moment you knew I loved you?
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I don't know if I've ever asked you that.
You haven't.
Ooh, okay.
You haven't. Wow. Okay. So that's a great question.
Are you about to out yourself?
Out myself about what?
I don't know.
I know that for the longest time we would just like be laying in bed next to each other and like stare at each other, and like especially like before sex or after sex, I felt like we both felt it. Like I felt like we both felt I love you, but like we just didn't say it. So I think we both held out. But I would say, I can't put a time or a date on it, but I could say before we said it to each other, I felt it. I knew it. And I felt it probably less than a month in, honestly. Like we were pretty close.
I remember moments where it feels like it's a million years ago now, but there were moments where you like, I don't know, got up to do something or you left and I was like, bye, just like, bye, I'm just having a coughing fit, nothing, bye-bye.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but I felt it. So good. I still feel it, you know? And that's the
I
thing.
hope so.
Like, just little moments, like, just feels good. When you think of the first time we met, what do you remember feeling?
Okay. I remember thinking you were clearly out of your mind. Because I was trying to coordinate this date and you were coming back from a flight to Mexico on that day and you still were trying really hard to meet up that day. And I would not have done that, especially because we just thought it would be a fun little booty call experience. So I would have not gone that far for someone I didn't know. So I came in thinking that you were kind of bonkers, and I was into it. I was like, perfect, this is just my type, great. But that has definitely proven to be true over time. And you challenged me and tell me to take my daddy necklace off, and I thought that was very funny and set a nice tone and mouthfeel for the remainder of the relationship. Just a power struggle.
And there's a reason why I just wanted to meet you, because I was like, all right, I didn't know if it was gonna go anywhere.
Sure.
Just because you're younger than me, and I didn't know where you were at, like emotionally, but you were very cute.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I wanna just like bang this out. I just wanted to have a good time. I was here for the fun of it all.
Sure.
And it was. It ended up being way more fun than I
Yeah,
could
you
have
fucked up, now you're stuck.
ever imagined. But I don't feel stuck.
Good. This is great. If you could go back and change anything about a relationship, what would it be and why?
Nothing. I wouldn't change a damn thing.
Okay, Steven Tyler.
Oh, actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna go back. I thought of something I could change.
Okay.
That one big fight that we had,
Yeah.
that almost ended us. I would not do that thing that I did.
Well, that was in the beginning too, so it was, you know.
Yeah. But that was a big, but then again, it's like...
Well, I think that was a great learning experience.
It was a great learning experience, yeah.
Honestly.
So I was just going to say that to
I
you.
wouldn't change that. I
Yeah.
don't, you know, seeing where you were coming from, I don't have any negative feelings about it because I understand that you weren't trying to be malicious. You thought I agreed with you, or you thought that we shared that viewpoint, and you, acted in a way that it seemed like a very casual and not shitty thing, and it was a bigger thing for me. So actually, I wouldn't say that I would change that because I feel like that kind of set us up for understanding how we function, and that just like cleared things up. And especially with like, you know, if you did something or like if something happened, we got to let each other know right away.
Yeah.
So, and just like be as honest as possible. And
yeah.
So I wouldn't even say I would change that.
Yeah, same. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it was a learning point, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Cool. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
All right. When was the last time you considered ending this relationship, and why didn't you?
Oh, I mean, it was after that fight or
Right.
during that fight.
Yeah.
Because we were still fresh enough where, like, we obviously formed a connection, but, you know, it was very fresh. And I felt, and I didn't, you know, I wasn't hearing you at that time. So I thought that you were just being malicious and you were trying to convey to me that you weren't, and I just wasn't hearing you. And the reason I didn't is because of my friend who told me, hey, dude, I think you're overreacting. Can you just talk to her for a second? And I slept on it, and then I called you the next day.
I mean, shut up.
Yeah, truly. She came through for you.
Yeah, she did.
What do you think I'm hesitant to talk to you about, and why?
Oof. Honestly, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like like one of the things that I love about us so much is that if we have a big thing, if something's on the front of our heads, like we're gonna be like, hey, like we need to talk about this.
Yeah.
When did you see me most vulnerable, and what did it teach you about loving me? Oh, these are getting harder.
They're getting harder. I mean, I think you're vulnerable a lot. You are mostly vulnerable with me. I think, I don't know, that's a really tough one. I mean, going back to your hometown was definitely like a vulnerable state, and I know that, you know, going home can bring up feelings and like of nostalgia and, you know, discomfort because you've like outgrown the place in some ways. And so I definitely think that was like a vulnerable moment. And that was just, it kind of, you know, solidified and put into perspective memories that you shared with me and, you know, like growing up and what that was like. And, you know, I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I think that was a vulnerable moment for you to, and correct me if I'm wrong, but just to have me there and, you know, also bringing like a partner home and like putting more stake in the relationship in that way. So I think that was a vulnerable moment. And I don't know, you just, you allow me to see those little things that like mean a lot to you, or little things that just, you know, we all have our little shit that kind of just brings something out of us. So yeah, I'm trying to think, like rack my brain if there are other moments that I think were super significant or different in terms of vulnerability. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like you're always just very open.
Yeah.
So okay, let's breeze. How have I changed you?
Wow. I mean,
no pressure. Say the right thing.
You changed me for the best ways. I mean, I think back to like that first like fight we had too, and I just learned so much more about like how I did have like these really weird gender role things happening in my brain, and like you really helped clarify some gender things for me that I was just not understanding. Opened my mind up to like, wow, like I need to think more like fluid, like there's just more to it. Like it's just you help me like think better. You know, like if I get stuck somewhere, I feel like you help me think better. If I get stuck on myself somewhere, I feel like you help me understand my growth better. Like hang on, okay, how have I changed you?
Yeah.
I get stuck sometimes. Thank you. Yeah, you've changed me because you are so amazing and so supportive that I feel like I am like at my peak because I am truly like so safe and supported and loved that I can like be whatever I want and do whatever I want. I'm gonna cry.
I know. I think you've been holding tears back the entire time. My sweet angel. It's okay. It's okay.
You just make me feel so good.
Oh, honey. Love you. I love you too. My sweet Bubba. It's okay.
Gotta pull it together.
Okay. Okay, you gotta read your question.
Okay,
you gotta
no, I got
do
like 2
it,
minutes.
or
Okay.
else.
All right, okay.
2 minutes, go.
What do you think is our... What do you think is next for our relationship and why?
I mean, I think we're doing really well. Like, I don't see a ladder we have to climb anywhere or anything. So I think we're like doing pretty well. I just want to keep doing what you're doing or what we're doing. I'd love to get a house, eventually we'll get married, but it's not like, I don't feel like we're like, unlocking new levels. It just, there's no rush, there's no pressure. It feels chill. Like we're not going anywhere. So we're just taking our time and relaxing. So.
And crying.
And crying.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, hit me.
Okay. Okay. If this were to be our last conversation ever, what would you never want me to forget? I know you're going to want to read it again.
Wow. Like you are. I just love you so much. And you're the best person that I've ever gotten to be with. And more than I've ever known existed. And I can't wait to grow with you because unlike this question, this is not our last conversation ever. So I just can't wait to do more with you and grow with you. Meet all the versions of you and see everything that you do and be a part of it. What would you say?
I mean, you did a really, how am I going to follow that, honey? Yeah, I guess that I choose you. And I've been choosing you every day. I think love is an active choice that you do every day, to stay in the relationship and to stay in love. And I choose you every day.
I choose you too.
Thanks, baby. Okay. Okay. There she is. There's Miss America. Yeah.
Hey there. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the conversation and want to ask these questions to your own partner, check out the And Couples Edition card game at theskindeep.com/shop.